Standing here in front of the grandstand at Hollywoodbets Greyville, and to actually soak up and enjoy the public. That's what it's all about, to the public that have come out to the races today in their droves. It's lovely to see you all at the races, and this race, I'm sure, has made a lot of punters happy because the money came, and it came in no uncertain terms, but so did the transparency. The Tote Woolhavington 2000 Grade 2 event for 500,000 Rand has gone the way of Little Susie. The groom of Little Susie is SUZIE Mundi, and SUZIE Mundi gets 2,000 Rand on behalf of Hollywood. Well done to you, SUZIE. Hearty congratulations. Thank you. And it gives me great pleasure to welcome the commercial and international executive of Gold Circle, colleague and good friend, Mr. Dean Surjath, to the presentation panel. Dean, lovely to have you with us. Thank you. Sean? You're rushing the gates, you want to get the photos, you want to get the trophy, why not? Well, tell us about the race, because when we interviewed Justin in the week, he was quite upbeat. The money in the betting ring with the punters was there, and you delivered a peach of a ride.
I'm just grateful to keep the ride, you know, just thank you to Jono and to Justin and to the Ruperts. Thank you very much for Drakensberg for giving me the opportunity on this filly. I ran second on her in Cape Town in a feature race, and she was still immature. And when I rode in the Guineas, I said, please, can I ride this wherever she runs again? So I'm just glad that they kept me on it, and I'm glad that I can reward them with winning this race for them.
Sean, yeah, it was a competitive field, and Justin was confident. We didn't get a chance to talk to you, but Justin certainly was in the lead up, and it's just lovely that she's brought through, you know, what was expected. And as I said, I'm sure she'll go on into the season now and do better things.
Yes, you know, she's furnished into a beautiful filly like a mother, and I'm just blessed to be on her, Warren. You know that I got my third opportunity. First time I rode, I got beat in one, and I'm glad that I can put the record straight here. So well done to Drakensberg and to the Snates. Thank you very much. Whenever I get something, there's always a little bit of meat on, and I'm just glad that I could produce the goods. And well done to my sponsor, Sporting Post, to all the sponsors. Thank you very much for a fantastic day, and to my wife and my boys. I know they were watching. I know my wife is busy with studies and stuff, and I just hope when she comes home we can celebrate this one.
I'm sure you will. Sean, there's Dean, there's the trophy. Let's do some more presentations, some more photographs, and let it go viral, let it go around the world to Sean Veal. Absolutely thrilled, and I'm sure he'll enjoy that later on. Trainer of Little Susie is Justin Snaith. Lovely to have Jono Snaith on course as well. He'll be representing the owners, so we'll talk to Jono in a moment. You know, during the week when we interviewed you at Summerveld, you were upbeat, you were transparent. The follow-through in the betting market was there, as you would have heard, under in no certain terms the money came. Well done, well trained, well delivered, and just a wonderful result all round.
Yeah, look, I don't think you've seen a filly in the Woolhavington open up 20-1 and end up 4-1. So there was a lot. I think it was Riyadh that also fancied it. There were quite a few that watched in the Guineas here, and from a bad draw, we had to come from the back of the field in a slow run race. And I knew if she just improved a couple lengths, she was always going to be a very tough filly to beat here, because she's got the pedigree. You could never hide away from pedigree, and I just want to say really well done to Gaynor in that she brought out the stallion Trippy, and I don't need to tell you about O Susanna, but for O Susanna's filly baby to win the Woolhavington is just insane. You couldn't script it better, and for a breeder to do all of it, because there's no exact science and it's not easy. Everyone thinks it's not. There's nothing easy about this, and many a times I get beautifully bred horses, and I can assure you they're the slowest horses in my yard. So to win this race is just something very, very special. So to everyone at Drakensberg, Kevin, Kira, Gavin, everybody there that puts in so much effort, and you only have to visit there once to know how beautiful it is. It's possibly in my opinion, the most beautiful stud farm in the world, and just really well done to them.
Is it a case of like daughter, you know, like mom, like mother, like daughter? Are they similar? Are they quite different?
I must be careful what I say, but yes. Mother was a lion, and she is as well. She's got that attitude. I think she's not as good as a mom, but she's got that aspect of a fight. But a filly that's had a lot of bad luck in her career, and today with the draw, I needed half a draw. Sean gets on with her, and he's a homeboy, so it was a great result.
Well, congratulations. There's Dean with the trophy, the Willavington Tote, Willavington Grade 2. I'll step out the way, and this goes the way of a little SUZIE Drakenstein stud. And of course, we miss Kevin Somerville and the Rupert team. I'm sure we'll see them here at Hollywoodbets Greyville and Hollywoodbets Scottsville in the next couple of weeks. Jono Snaith has got on the aeroplane and come into town. He's going to represent the Rupert team and Drakenstein. And I think before we do the presentation, lovely to have you in Durban. And yeah, for a team that Justin's alluded to, deserve every winner.
Yeah, and I must say it's the first time I've been to Greyville since the July last year. It's staggering, the changes here, just positive, upbeat, and well done to Owen and the Hollywoodbets team. This is the start of something special, and there's a lot of happy faces here, and just a good positive vibe on course, which is fantastic. And to this filly, like she's very similar to her mother. When you saw her as a yearling, she looked like Susanna. So it's just tremendous when horses follow in their family's footsteps, and I don't think she'll stop here. I think she is a filly that was backward. She just needed time. And not much you can say about Drakenstein stud. They're on their way to break the South African record, which they set in terms of stakes winners. So just phenomenal outfit, and special well done to Gaynor and the team.
Lovely to have you here.
Thank you so much. Lovely to be here.
Spot on. There we go. There's Dean with the trophy, and for Drakenstein stud nominee Gaynor Rupert. They are represented, of course, by Kevin Somerville as their racing manager, and lovely to have Jono do duty for their owners. That's a wrap then of the Tote Willavington 2000 Grade 2. Little SUZIE, yeah, lovely when a plan comes together. The interviews and the lead-up were spot on. The transparency was spot on. And when we went into the betting ring, it was all about little SUZIE.